Welcome to round 2 of the gold medal matchups here in Denmark. We're broadcasting live from the European Ultimate Indoor Club Championships 2024 for the European Federation. Myself, Hannah Pendlebury, alongside Stefan Rapazzo for the women's division final between Atletico of Espoo, Finland, and KFUM Orebro of Orebro, Sweden. These two teams have not met so far in this tournament, and it has been quite the journey to get here. Steph, what are your feelings coming into this match?
I've got great feelings about this. It could have been two undefeated teams. KFUM did suffer one loss along the way after they'd already locked up the pool. They played Wolf. Lost in Universe Point, talked to people. They were like, no, they were really putting it out there. Maybe the headset not right at the start of the game. Regardless, with one loss or not, they've made it to the finals and were very tidy in their semi to beat Ketchup, who you saw dominate in the bronze medal game, if that's any indication on how the separation was. Atletico, of course, they grinded their way through this tournament. They've grinded their way through the semi-final match. We talked about it yesterday. Some of their physicality has been noted in the spirit scores around. It's been addressed, it's identified. They know they are working their best to identify that and to make that part of their game better. But I'll tell you what, they are, and to use this word is funny after this discussion, but they fight out there. They really go for it. They are physical, they're aggressive, and style-wise, these two teams do play with a little bit of similarity.
I would wander away from using the word aggressive when talking about athletes in the women's division, because it's a really easy thing to go, oh, it's aggressive, and that feels like a counterpoint or a thing against a women's sport. I would say it's the finding the appropriate level of intensity. A lot of these Finnish players do play in the open division, but I know from speaking to them, they do not want, if this game goes their way, they in no way, shape or form would want anyone to put an asterisk anywhere near it and say there's other reasons other than their abilities and their display out on the pitch. But let's talk about the Swedes, because we've not seen them on the live stream. Of course, we have reigning champions from the Championship of Nations at EUICC back in Lithuania. The obviously defending champions DTS unfortunately knocked out really quite early in the championship bracket. They fell foul, and so we're going to have a new women's division champion in this club level championships here in Denmark. Sarah Eklund there, of course, one of the Eklund sisters on this team, the storied household name of Swedish Ultimate. But tell us about some of the youngsters on this team.
Right, I mean, youngsters are not that. The scoring's coming from all over. Vendela Viktorsson, one of the youngsters there, who is second in scoring, only behind Sarah Eklund in the whole tournament wide. She's got 14 goals, 21 assists. And it's a balanced attack here. This Sweden, yes, they do get the major output from Sarah Eklund, but Alva Angegaard, the captain here, is doing it, getting statistics as well. But she is the captain of this club with a couple add-ons. But Angegaard, let's watch for her.
Yeah, it's lovely to see at least one Angegaard representing Sweden here on the actual pitch. Of course, lots of Angegaards on the sideline in the open division. One coaching and one unfortunately taken out for injury. So Angegaard, literally the person we just spoke about, now throwing that swing across to Viktorsson. Now through to Eklund. This little nice spin move, of course. Eklund taking the matchup of Inka Westman, the absolute titan of this Atletico team. Now Angegaard slicing, but a drop. Costly. Erlandsson, one of the two Erlandsson twins on this team, just coming a little bit unglued there.
Costly indeed. You heard the fans almost roaring as though that one was cashed in. Should have been two-hand clap. Yeah, the corner was coming quick, and you always have to be wary in a court with everything around it to brace yourself, but that one, very unfortunate.
Big arcing blades to get the first opportunity of offense. Martos, bit of a squirrely one, but it's going to be taken by Shirenberry. Now to Westman. Good coverage up the pitch. Martos again. Now Jokinen. Oh, that's a lovely break side throw. Not sure what quite happened to the force. Didn't seem too difficult to get that one out, and it's a break to start us off here for Atletico.
Yeah, Jokinen there, great quick release, good vision, looked upfield to the end zone. The break out of the stack by Shirenberry was immediate and attacked with that blade. Jokinen makes them pay and cashes in a break for the first point of the game for Atletico. So they like the way this has started.
And it is a dream start for the Finns. I mean, thus far in this championship, Sweden have scored the maximum points you possibly can. They've taken it to the soft cap or played through the hard cap 217 every single game thus far on their way through.
Very impressive stuff. The only time they didn't get 17 was in the universe loss.
So Eklund popping across. Don't have to say the surname because the 42 is the other Eklund sister. Alvegård now. Lovely expansive swing pass there, using the blades. Now, two Eklunds and an Alvegård. Again, those over the shoulder blades. You can see those left arms of the marks trying to get in the way of those on this poachy, switchy person coverage. You can see that Majoleno just hanging out on the soft side. Now Eklund again, Alvegård hitting that line bounce. Oh, there's a little bit of separation, but not quite enough. The Swedes happy to keep playing catch. Viktorsson now coming out. Eklund there available, just holds her position. And oh, that looked like it was going to be a very zesty spike, but just such delicate drop of the disc.
I do like that she put it away. She was fired up. She's happy with herself, but puts away the expression, the loud expression of the spike. Puts it down nicely. I've been here a million times. This is old hat. I can do this time and time again with that show of calm. Good response by KFUM.
Lovely early break side shot to Martos, the lefty. Now it's Ulikinu to Westman. Ulikinu streaking up line. Ulikinu, one of the really big parts of that gold medal winning team back at the UCF level on grass, but that is a lovely score. Fantastic space found. Elina Ulikunu with the goal.
Yeah, Ulikunu finds great space there. Have her fans at home maybe happy to have some space from them at the time, but kids Alvar and Elil surely cheering on Mom as she cuts out of that center stack to the corner and receives that second goal of the game for Atletico. A couple holds after the first break. We're starting off at a nice pace here, and that's a nice pull almost up in our booth, Hanny.
Catch it if you can, Steph. But thus far, a really relatively clean performance on this pitch. That one's a good high hammer to connect with Erlandsson. Of course, had that drop in the first point that cost the break. Oh, Andersson, no. It's not Andersson, that's Viktorsson. So many Shons on this team. Can they shine the floor? And then shine their medals. Thinks about the hammer, very tempting. Oh, what a layout goal that was! Immediately signalled by Atletico that one was good. Jokinen clearly saw the feet go down. I didn't.
That is one of the layouts of the tournament. The right hand goes down to keep it inbound. The left hand squeezes. We talked about her at the top, Vendela Viktorsson. I've only been able to see very little except stats out of her. A couple moments of a few games this weekend, but wow, I know a bit more about her after that catch. That athleticism absolutely phenomenal. She doesn't just stand behind the disc and distribute assists. She puts her body on the line and cashes in goals.
And she knows about the physical realm. She's a construction engineering student. So, builds a little tower out of her own hand, a platform, if you will, in the end zone. But now Atletico responding on the charge. Jokinen, casual dish. Oh, that's a lovely lefty hammer. We didn't see too much of that from Atletico on the last live stream game, but perfectly placed after taking that high one in and just lashing it towards the break side where it hurts the most to Alforce.
Yeah, nice finish there. Alforce bringing it in, staying ahead for Atletico. There's her first goal, as you see, in this game. But having herself a heck of a tournament is Alforce. That's 6 points coming in, but mostly on the assisting side. 5 assists and 1 goal before that one.
Lovely pull, nice and deep. Jeklin's connect. Seeking opportunity, Avansson on this near side. No one really attacking the deep space to go for those sort of full pitch lengths. But now we start to get towards the danger zone. Although Jeklin happy to throw the super dump. Victorsson dish. Now Erlandsson. Oh, there's a separation and there's the break. And again, it's a layout grab. Vendela Victorsson with the goal.
Okay, I'm sold on Victorsson now. Wow, was that the same play? Like, we get a Photoshop one over top of the other there and not move the court. That was unbelievable again. I don't have the words like I didn't the first time.
Let's look at both of these goals, right? So this is number 1, right? This is the more difficult, technically challenging. Puts the hand down to build the platform, the joke we made before. And now, basically, exactly the same thing just happened again. If you did not know who Vendela Victorsson is, then you clearly didn't watch those Lithuanian finals, the EUICC, a little while ago. She was amazing for the Swedish national team. But still amazing from both sides. We had that break to start, but since then it's been trading. Nice footwork on the far sideline from Martos. Opens up that lefty hammer again. Jokinen this time underneath it. And that is fantastic separation. Just like the final before this one, Steph, we're seeing so many break side overhead shots. And that is just beautiful.
Yeah, so nice. She'll do it twice back to Victorsson, but then the great response here. They're going blow for blow. They'll take, succumb to giving up a layout goal and straight back, blowing open the break side with a hammer. Nice, quick, easy, efficient offensive possession by Atletico. Get their defense back on the field, and they still got that first break of the game in the back pocket.
Maybe some force middle required from this match defense. Not seen any zone so far in this game. Relatively rare to see zone being played on these pitches, just simply due to the size of them. You really have to know each other very well and communicate effectively as a defense. Jeklin now at centre field. Again taking that Vestman matchup. Oh, that's a little bit of miscommunication though, and our first turnover truly of the game. That first drop was costly for the Swedes. Will this overthrow miscommunication be 2?
Yeah, there's another look. Eklund knew as soon as it left her hand that she had just missed the communication she was after.
Maybe a little bit of autopilot coming into play. Jokinen now through to Vestman. It's a very experienced Atletico line. Leno laying it all on the line, sliding around. You can see the holes already in those long compression trousers. And she's going to just run to the straight cone. Defeats Jeklin. Sophia Jeklin there just denied her space. She held it well and just clutched the goal.
Yeah, massive, using the length here. Vestman on this pivot, like just opening up the field. Leno goes down. Let's do it again. Let's have a big old pivot. Get the backhand in and lead Leno again for the goal. Those two connecting twice in as many throws. And Leno popping onto the score sheet there with her first goal of this game.
Yeah, really lovely to see Leno playing. 35 years old. Swedes have a good spread of their ages. Eklund there, the younger, older of the two sisters, sorry. Just become Masters eligible. And now Order Holmlund. First time we've heard her name today. Watch out for her giving goes. Oh, but that's a very zesty blade indeed. Identifies the fact that Sara Eklund is available on the near side.
Yeah, love the blade, love splitting the field. Angergaard there throws it right away, no hesitation. Good blind defense there by Martus. She knew she was beat, but still gave herself a smidgen of a chance to get a hand on it. But that's a tough receiver to beat if you've only got a smidgen of a chance. You need kind of the whole bit of a chance to get one over Sara Eklund.
This is how these finals are supposed to go, Steph. You're supposed to have a game of inches, and certainly indoors especially, where there is no wind, there's no external elements to get up under these throws, just the athletes out there on the pitch, and that's a beautiful single pass, hammer score, full stretch to Maya Leno.
Yeah, there it is again. Very quick replay. I mean, what do you say about that except a beautiful throw, tape to tape, magnificent hammer.
If I'm being picky, the defense should have run down harder and applied the mark sooner and been more intense.
Okay, so this is a pull chase issue.
I mean, but we're splitting hairs at this point.
Yes, and we must. That's what we're here to do.
Ah, it's our job. It's our job. How could they do even better? But yeah, we love the lefty hammer. And massive shout out to one of our favourite player commentators, Sarah Sparks, in the comments. Big fan of the lefty hammer because that's what she does a lot. And certainly had a time playing against the Swedish side, throwing plenty of lefty hammers. Viktorsson pops it back. Alansson is available on the far side, as is Sofia Eklund. You see Sara just taking off, and look at the little flow give goes. Oh, and then the arc across the pitch. 7-car action for Sara Eklund, and that'll be another one on the board.
The give and go action to set that up. It was still available. You see Angergaard stepping back out of the way as soon as she realized she wasn't in for the next bit of the give and go. And the setup there, Katanini saw Eklund, blade to the corner, and again, look at the goal tally mount for Sara Eklund. 3 now, and a whole lot more than just those goals. She keeps contributing to this KFUM team. As they find themselves 2 breaks behind. They are by no means out of this. They've got the energy. The turns have been lackadaisical maybe, but they can fight their way back in this one.
It does feel like a fight, but only in the sense of just the mental challenge here on the pitch. It's a beautiful curving flick. Oh, what a great grab that was under duress. This time it's Vaporaunen and showing us her stuff. What a huge play. I'm
not sure what I liked more there, the throw or the catch, but they were both awesome. I liked them both. I'll say equally, but the Vestman lineup there, dropping dimes with these Nordic blades. Here it is again. No fear, and Vaporaunen up, left hand only, trailing edge as that one's floating away, and gives a little bit of... shows a little bit of emotion in that spike there post-goal.
I'm going to go out and say something slightly controversial here, Stefan. Indoors is the most watchable variant of this sport. Look at that blade again. Oh, a little bit of a stumble there. Just getting tangled up. Martus immediately going to accept that foul. It just happens sometimes. There's a little bit of a stumble as 4 players are converging towards the same spot.
Yeah, I'm not sure that, I wasn't sure at the moment that was intended for Eklund. I thought the upline to Angergaard might have been the intended receiver. Sara Eklund looked in fantastic position to bail it out, and then that. So, the other Eklund just sat patiently in the backfield. Now Viktorsson. Swangaard. Goes for the hammer this time. Oh, great pressure underneath it from Martos, but cannot prevent another goal for the tally of Sara Eklund. That's 4 now for Sara Eklund. She is most certainly, before the 4 goals, what one of the players Atletico knew they would have to be putting their highest amount of attention onto, and even with that kind of attention, she's still able to continue to produce. 4 goals now. We've seen a few different matchups on her. We've seen Westman, we've seen Martus. I imagine they'll continue to deviate and try a few bodies, fresh legs on Sarah Eklund as much as possible to keep her from dominating.
Hotari sails one across to Westman. The second Hotari we've had the pleasure of the display on our live stream here on Final Placement Game Sunday. Of course, this one for the tippy top of the standings, the gold medal, Westman. Well, that's a little bit of a wonky one, but what great footwork. And the handy grab from Raquel Hotari.
Yeah, you say the handy grab, you said good footwork. I don't know what you call it, like handwork, hand manipulation, to like turn the wrist, that thumb up and kind of over-rotate it in a way. Like it's a mouthful to describe that. It all happens in a split second, but the ability to, to be so well-versed with every disc coming in at every angle to you, that is a very impressive grab made to look very easy by Raquel Hotari, the 33-year-old out of Espoo.
Indeed, part of that 4th place gold medal, well, no, not gold, 4th place no medal winning side back at the World Championships in 2022 in the club division. Club mixed even. Get my words out. I've gone too hot already, Stefan. I've left myself nowhere to go. My emotions are going to be shot as the shot goes up line and is snaffled up by Victor Schoen. Now Eklund with the lead to Angagord. Thinking about it. Again, these little blade breaks on the lefty hammer. Sofia Eklund once again available. Vendela Victor Schoen delivers, and Atletico will take a timeout. You're signaling a timeout, Stefan.
I am signaling a timeout. I saw the coach of KFUM taking that timeout, unless he immediately saw it from Atletico, but...
Well, who knows? The volunteer scorekeepers will, but we don't. But we're going to take a very brief break in the booth. Grab yourself some refreshment, but don't go anywhere, folks. This game is hot. The sea of blue shirts on the blue handball arena here in Herning, Denmark, host of the European Ultimate Indoor Club Championships. If you've not been watching the beginning of this game, you've missed out on a bit of a whopper so far.
Oh gosh, you certainly have.
Keenan getting us underway for the finish side. Ooh, that was very, very good. Allensmeyer.
Blank hand block.
And an immediate dish for the goal for the Swedes. Varnaita, one of the Valkyria SUFC crew here on this KFUM Orebro side, pops it in the letterbox, and that will be a break back. We are now back on serve, and this is Galaxy Point.
And you were talking earlier about the full field hammer that was maybe not defended well because of the pull chase. We don't see it in that replay there, but the pull chase on that point was feverish. They were screaming down the pitch. That block, very close, could have been a strip call or a foul, but they obviously agreed, and one heck of a block.
I'm enjoying the video evidence of excellent spirit all tournament long. Bestman going high, getting a little bit of a bosh from Homlong on the way through, but all's fair. It's a great matchup, those two actually, Bestman and Homlong. Putting all the stall out That felt a little bit fast to me, Steph. How do you feel?
Yeah, maybe just a bit as well. Like, it was mounting, but I didn't feel like we had got to 8, of course, not 10 here in the indoor version. I loved the mark by Homlong. He said a great matchup, 2 impressive athletes. Obviously, one physical difference is Vestman is about a head taller, and Homlong was like, all right, I'll just keep jumping throughout my whole stall count here and try to prevent anything over top. Vestman did go that way, but making it as difficult as possible.
So that one will come back on the contested stall out. So the count will start from 6. If you don't know what a stall out is, it's the fact that you have 8 seconds indoors to throw the disc. And if you're watching Ultimate for the first time, welcome. Welcome to the show. Nice smooth moves across. Hatari now. Just trying to grind it their way forward. Oh! Order Homlong trying to thief it. He comes up unlucky. Grauman with that pressure though starts to mount. Galaxy point situation. Pontus now. The lefty. Finds an escape valve to Grauman. Down to Vestman. There is a bit of an opportunity, but good adjustment from Order Homlong's mark. But that's going to be another great round for Maialeno. And they will take half by 1. Atletico 9 from Orebro 8.
I see Homlong and Vestman talking now. You saw Vestman a little bit hands out when Homlong ran through there. There's a little testy, maybe didn't love that. In the end, it was that matchup again. Vestman threw the hammer to Leno in the corner. They are going toe-to-toe out here. 9-8 Galaxy point, 1 goal differential right now.
And 1 break differential.
And 1 break is still in favor, of course, of Atletico. So second half, still small advantage for Atletico. I'm excited to see how that goes.
Oh, me too, Steph. Well, don't go anywhere, folks. We will see how this second half plays out here at the European Ultimate Indoor Club Championships gold medal for the women's division.
We live in a world where everything can be referenced online. Imagine if the greatest moments in our sport were never filmed. Eurodisc continues to do what it takes to make free-to-watch live streams a reality. Let's leave nothing to the imagination. We'll consume the action live, and we'll support those that help to make it happen. If it wasn't streamed, it didn't happen. Eurodisc.
What a grab! Oh my God! Somehow they do it!
Welcome back to the second half here. Just beginning, getting underway for the European Ultimate Indoor Club Championships 2024. Myself, Hannah Penderbury, I have the pleasure of being joined by Stefan Rapazzo. We're about to get the pull in, but what's your hope for this second half?
Well, more of the same would be great. Looking back to that first half, you saw the match stats up. More of the same, I would be more than happy with that. Give me some more Victorson.
Maialeno immediately going deep and immediately scoring the goal. They will consolidate their advantage here, leading by 1 break, having started the game off well.
And having won the flip, or won the benefit of being on off, lost the flip, regaining that benefit. But the 2 for none is what they've done. They held to end the half, they held to open the half, and that is where KFUM are going to find themselves in a 3-break situation, Hannah. 2 breaks, sorry.
Well, we already have what looks to be a timeout in the first point of the second half. Yes, let's have a look at those game stats, because I talked a little bit too long. So what sticks out for you, Steph?
I mean, the break chances, I'm having a look, not many, right? 2 for 2 for Atletico, 1 for 1. They're perfect on their break opportunities. They got to generate more turns. The turns are low. This is tidy. This is tidy. 8 and 7 on clean holds, all but 1 for KFUM clean, all but 2 for Atletico clean. Just the extra chances for Atletico.
So the Swedes coming back out now for the first time this second half. Dracula across to Ekland. Has Victorson chinking around all on her own on an island in the deep space. seems to be the isolation the Swedes are trying to get. Viktorsson now grinding under, securing with that one reaching hand. Erlandsson on the far side. Oh, that's a bit misthrown, but what a great vision from Vendela Viktorsson just to make the adjustment required. Points at the very poached off Sofia Jäglund. Westman very happy for Sara to have the disc. Sofia elsewhere on this pitch though nearly gets a goal to add to her tally. Erlandsson is going to think about it. Oh, and just Martis leaving focus. And that is exploited to great effect. An easy goal for the Swedes after a long charge.
Yeah, Martis turned her back to see what else was coming, and that sidestep by Viktorsson. You said earlier a throw went up that was not accurate, but it was Viktorsson underneath it. After what she's done in the first half, it's gonna be a horrible throw to misthrow in her direction. We know that she'll put her body on the line. She's got a huge reception box available, and she scores the simple sidestep goal this time instead of the highlight awarding goals from earlier.
So Atletico. Oh, that's an undercooked shot from Nini. Gets taken away by the defender. This is one of these moments that could be very pivotal. Holmlund just casual dish, walking around with the Frisbee. Not had a walking ultimate division yet. Maybe some of the legends will start that one. Legends, of course, being the eldest division of play. Usually only happens over in the US as this young sport starts to develop. Oh, that's a lovely, expansive shot. Oh, that's got a little bit too much hang time, just enough. But the defense doesn't stop it, and Holmlund will take the break. We are back on serve.
So still one break away from being in the driver's seat, but you see Holmlund there. She was very patient through that point, and her patience while that disc was in the air, incredible with the defense charging down. Earlier this year, Hannah, the ULTI article put out the top 25 players of the year, and Holmlund wasn't on it, and I got a message from her saying I was surely 26, right? And I'm not sure we calculated beyond, but certainly one to be put into consideration for these things. The more that she does, the more consideration she'll surely get.
We have such a big player base, it's really hard to make those lists, and it's just such a wonder to see the indoor format starting to get the respect it deserves as Jokinen tries to be a hero. There's going to be a foul call, so a quick discussion. I mean, I've never seen a foul call that a crowd's liked. Nice little shot there of the reactions.
Yeah, that one coming out of the hands of Hotari. Let's have a look if we...
There is a lot of hand slap potential in that little replay.
Yeah, it's in the last moment of the throw, but it's there. It is, I think, based on that replay, certainly a call that shouldn't get too poor of a reaction if the crowd is watching the replays on ULTI.TV, as they surely would.
And it's accepted. Well, that was a nice little in-sync moment. So, Hotari gets one out in front of Nini. Martis now. That danger lefty into Jokinen. Oh, that's a lot of excellent pressure. Erika Nilsson just turning the screws there. Adensmeyer now. Oh, that's a sad little missed moment.
Yeah,
Nilsson.
They've generated twice now, but the attack going the other way has been lackluster, and they're just, this break they need so desperately to get over the hump, and they've had two chances at it just on this point.
Jokinen. Oh, that's a beauty, but it's under big pressure. It's going to be just shy of the goal. Back to Martis. Lefty dish. Oh, that's such a narrow miss. Well, this is becoming a very interesting point Jokinen signals the injury. Hopefully she'll be able to return to play. That would be a very big loss for Atletico.
Yeah, they'll need her. Hopefully she's winded and will be back. The Nini grab off the hammer was so good. It's a shame to some end that it couldn't cash in. Everything was left on the line, of course, by Jokinen. And now the Swedes have a third chance to break.
But it's going to bounce straight off the hands again. They're throwing a little bit too high there. Even Hornlund can't keep a hold of that one. Although she is still under the pressure of matching up with Westman. Martus thinks about the inside backhand. Waits patiently, just gets the little one in front to Hotari. Now it's Nini. Oh, love that hammer to Westman. Border Hornlund just bouncing around, but can't quite stop it. And you can see a little bit of frustration there. Van Meijter annoyed with herself. She thinks she should have had that one.
Yeah, I mean, the frustration on that play alone, maybe not so much the frustration that may come from that point, and more so what they did with it when they had their offensive possession, their counter-striking chances. I can see the frustration coming there. Defensively, I thought they did a very good job there and were limiting as much as they possibly could. Westman, 5 assists.
Eklund to get her started with Angengord. Oh, that's a lot of contact in the centre pitch. We are going to get a foul accepted. You can see almost Kuno sort of drifting towards as well. Let's get another look at that.
Well, it seemed well out in front, but this is Viktorsson who was there, so well out of front is still in reach. And so it is contested that she would have had a chance at that, maybe not so much the physicality of it.
It's an interesting one on the replay. If you sort of track the lines that both athletes were trying to take on that sort of slash across cut. But either way, it's going to come in on 0 by the looks of it. Yeah, that's signaled by Rauninen. So Viktorsson breaks the mark with the overhead again. And the board now. Across to Eklund. Eklund sort of just running the triangle. Now finds her sister Sophia. Everyone else now catching up on the fact that there was an out call by Westman.
I didn't particularly notice it when the play was back there, that it was out or not. I mean, I would have assumed in. But it's gone back to Sophia Eklund towards the brick mark.
Yeah. Nice ideal field position to start from, really, off the back of that call. But you've got to make the calls as you see them. In a gold medal match in particular, there's nothing worse than thinking, if only I'd asked. Because that's what the mechanism is for. So to have a little think about it, have a discussion. But it does stop a bit of momentum. Pick now. This is a very intense game, just shy of 8 minutes left on the clock.
Scoring slowed down in the second half. It was at a faster pace. Now the defense is really toughening up, I think, giving less space.
Well, that last point, quite if you had 4 turnovers total, which is not really what you want to see, especially indoors. Erlandsson, I thought that was an overcooked swing, but I then just spotted Sophie Eklund. And her sister Sarah, that one went to. Makes the scuba. Sophie Eklund. Line. Viktorsson finds the target, and that is a Swedish hold, and the crowd goes wild for it because it
quiet it down. A couple long points, a 4-turn point before things had slowed down just a bit. So a big hold, a 28-pass clean hold in indoor. 28 passes. You assume there's going to be a couple turnovers to mount that high. But they, like we said, defense toughening up, tightening up, and O-lines here are having to work even harder to cash in these goals.
Yeah, and the total pass differences are absolutely stark. 37 points coming in, so 37 passes for Atletico total in the game coming into this point for their O-line. 6 for their D-line. Hammer, just shy. Martus now into Nini. Oh, there's a separation there, but Holmlund looking dangerous. It's the break side shot though, backhand around the mark into Martus. And that will be just fine for another quick goal for Atletico.
Yeah, great show of the veteran savvy there by Nini. The step around, backhand break, blows the mark up. Here it is again, but as soon as she gets that step from Martus, the full pivot, backhand around, is made to look easy. That's not the first time she's done that.
I've just realised we've got just about 5 minutes left on the clock, and I'm sad that this game will be over soon. If you want to be helping us though, send it up the algorithms so more people can view it. Hit that thumbs up button. You know what to do, folks.
Do it.
Swedes on the attack. Jeklund has Undergård running up line. Undergård then straight to Victor Sean after a little bit of distraction work. Yakina knows she's been done, and that will bring us back to level playing. Trading up our Atletico, but 12 apiece at the moment.
Shout out to the chat, what just said on the possession before. I love a bit of Wooge and Hoagie. The Swedish playing with speed. Speedish indeed. They show it once again. Using that line, Victorson on the receiving end of that one, but they just blew that far sideline up and ripped right down it. And as I said moments ago, things are slowing down, defense is tightening up, while the last couple points have been offensively efficient.
Kotari across to Martus, into Leno. Everyone sort of hitting this near side now, the breakthrough to the middle. Kotari, arcs over the top, and that is a beautifully put disc to Roiha. But there's going to be a foul call, a little bit of shoving perhaps to kind of the push off foul. We have seen a lot of those called during the course of this championship. Yeah, there is possibly a little bit of a kind of hand action going on.
Yes, I can see it again. It seemed, I'll use the word slight from the first angle I saw. A hand is a hand, as a push is a push. They feel it down there, they make the calls. But my first impression was it was...
Well, it's been accepted.
It's been accepted.
Of course, the rules favour the lowest preferred level of contact, non-contact sport, ultimate Frisbee. So, Leno. Not the most meaningful hammer fakes in the world. Now it's Martus. Otari, oh, there we go, that's nice and clean. But an adventurous bid for the fans back home. Lisa Ansmeyer has a go for it because you've got to keep putting that pressure on.
You do, like the Atletico will feel that pressure. People will call that a gratuitous bid, but for me that is a leaving it all out there bid. If this is the only thing I've got left, this is the only option, I know I'm a step behind, that's my assignment. You get that feeling of what else can I do while she did that.
Well, what the coach for KFUM Orebro is doing right now is pulling together a power line. Order Holmlund's been playing securely on the D-line because, I mean, we've seen how she plays already. And now she's coming out on offense just to bolster, give that extra little bit of action. Jeklund on the far sideline. Holmlund and Jeklund was such a pivotal part of the connection together alongside Victor Schon, who now has the disc back in Lithuania. Years ago. Oh, that's a lovely up line, but it's taken away by Martus. Heavy contact afterwards, but did not impact the play inbounds. So Victor Schon has nothing to say about it.
And I love the way Victor Schon gets up from that. She knew she had a chance. She knew the sideline space was closing down. didn't think about it and got up and kept on playing. I do think that is honorable in the way she's playing out there. A big chance to get some major late game separation for Atletico, though.
Well, there's lots of support.
Just over a minute to go, Hannah.
There's lots of support in the stands and lots of support in the live chat for the Swedes here. Are they going to do it the easy way or the hard way, though? And you can interpret that how you wish. Oh, Yekman's there. She makes the block twice on Westman. Yes, please. More of that. Home long now into Viktorsson. Now Angegård. Angegård the elder, watching from the stands. Oh, what a grab that was for Viktorsson. Now thinks about it and does it. A layout goal for Sofia Eklund, and that will level us back up 13 apiece just before time expires. So it will be a game to 15, Stefan.
What on earth is going on out there, Hannah? The Eklund and Westman, the double block by Eklund with both bodies laying out. Westman coming over top. You get this catch by Viktorsson on the side that she flipped her hand over, and then Sarah Eklund, the certainty, putting two hands on it, hitting the floor that hard. Her 6th goal of the game. Holy dooly.
Nini puts one out in front of Hotari. Over the top now. So this point to apply the cap. Westman matching up with Holmlund once more. Back to Hotari. Leno coming underneath. Hotari now. Nice slash cut. Oh, that's a beautiful throw to Westman. Nothing Holmlund can do about it. We're going back to the nature we saw in the first half, Steph, and I'm loving it.
They continue to dictate the pace. A beautiful bit of play there. Maya Leno looking just very calm and steady out there on her touches. Westman continuing to be a desirable target anywhere on the floor, particularly when she can start from center and look at hammers onto the break side there. It is a game to 15 now, as Hannah mentioned earlier. That one set the cap.
All right, quick question, Coach Pat. So this is your line on defense. Is it a power line for you for Atletico, or is it normal?
Right now, with this much time, power line the rest of the game.
Well, a break here would be a gold for the Finns. It's been a while since we've seen them clutch European gold medals, but every time they do, it's always an emotional affair. Viktorsson around to Angegård. Eklund all the way from downtown, sliding to make sure Viktorsson available up line, but it's a Eklund connection. Then the swing to Angegård. Again, all the way back to the back space, and that is a great grab. Sarah Eklund.
Oh, but who else? But also that throw from Angegård. No fear, big moment. The youngster putting it all on the line. Alva Angegård, 23-year-old, part of the Angegård super family of Ultimate. Threw one low, Eklund bailed her out early in the point, and then dropped a dime in the high spot where only Sarah Eklund could come down with that. It's going to be the same line out there. It is.
All right, everyone, almost everyone in this stadium now is cheering for the Swedes. They love a bit of defense, but it's Atletico's to throw away. Hotari with the disc, Westman coming underneath. These are the big moments, a little bit of a bosh from Holmlund, but all fine. Leno underneath, matched by Eklund. Inga Westman trying to attack that deep space, being pushed under by Holmlund. Nini. A little bit of fancy footwork. Foul call there, which will be accepted. So a foul is a stoppage, but there was a clear stop from Hotari there. Of course, didn't go and chase that one down.
Yeah, and then the throw after, so it will not result in a turnover. That will go back to Westman.
Or is it an accepted or a contested offensive foul?
We didn't get the hand signal, but we got the high five, so that's a low five. Seemed amicable. They're talking right into each other's ears.
They have to, but the atmosphere in here is absolutely sensational. Vestman now getting us back underway. In the underneath. Again, you've got to go for it. If not now, then when? Again, 2 layouts, every single inch being used. Every little moment counts. It's a big hammer to Leno over the top, and it's Atletico gold at the European Indoor Championships 2024. What a huge play. It eventually went their way, but that game changed hands all the time.
Wow, so deserving for Atletico. A whole gymnasium cheering against them. With some understanding because of the momentum shifts in this game. They have endured. They've heard it all. People have given their opinions throughout the tournament. They have just maintained this level-headed, this veteran savvy that's carried them throughout the tournament. The bids, the switches on that final point by KFUM were phenomenal. Perfect switches, but the throws were just that much more precision. They could not be denied. Everything was going against them, and they kept their mettle. They kept their head right until the final throw to seal the championship for Atletico.
It really was all about, for me, that opening point. If we rewind the tape back in our minds to the first moment of this game, that costly drop, the Swedes did start this game out on offense. It was theirs for the taking. They won the flip, but they couldn't quite get there after conceding that first point. But what a pleasure of a game to have brought you. And thank you so much for joining in. It's been a fantastic live chat. Do feel free to give this game a thumbs up if you've enjoyed our coverage. Consider becoming a patron and look at these stats.
Yeah, clean holds, 12-11 in a game, 15-14. That leaves very little room to make these game-changing differences. The breaks, 4 to 50% for the Swedes, 66% for Atletico. That is the difference in a universe point game. They were given very little to take advantage upon, and Atletico just a marginally better percentage in completing on those break chances. What a fantastic game. That is an instant classic. Go back and watch that. If you watched it live, you'll want to watch that again. I'm going to, most certainly.
Absolutely. These indoor tournaments keep delivering, as you say, instant classic action. I think this is the biggest testament for me. This is one in favour of the traditional style of the indoors. The pass tallies alone, 133 passes the Swedish offensive line passed successfully, 64 for Atletico. Less than half the passes required to get yourselves a gold medal. But looking at the highlights of this game, it's been all about those Swedish layouts and those Atletico overhead break shots.
Yeah, efficiency by Atletico with that pass count you break down. And I think it needs to be said, the spirit was discussed before this game as something that was in question. This game was as spirited of a final as I've seen in a very long time. They knew what they were getting into. I think they were all, particularly Atletico, coming into it level-headed, wanting to let their play do the talking, and it spoke in volumes.
It really did, Steph. I think probably player of the match for me has to be either Maja Leno or Maria Martus. The lefty hammers were absolutely sensational in the early stages, but Leno stayed so calm. Of course, no stranger to a gold medal at the European level, but hats off to the Swedes. I'm so glad we got to see KFUM Orebro on our live streams, and I'm sure we'll see them in the years to come. For myself, Hannah Pendlebury, for Stefan Rapazzo, for all of our ULTI.TV crew, do not go anywhere, folks. We are going to put the cherry on top of this Sunday, switching into the open division for our final gold medal match of today. But thank you for joining us for this one. We will see you on the other side.
Hey, we can run away. You say you want to. You wanna go back. You wanna go back to a place where we can hide. You wanna stay there, wanna stay there. You wanna stay there, we can leave it, pay me high.
Have you seen our VO streams? Do you know that VO cameras are built for more tactical team sport analysis? The inbuilt tracking technology allows you to see the game in finer detail. That's why teams are already using it, and ULTI.TV and EUF are teaming up to help you join VO. Contact EUF administration to get more details.
We are a group of ultimate players, coaches, and video enthusiasts. We've worked with the major federations and the greatest events.
We're on a mission to make Ultimate huge. We want our videos and live streams to be free to watch,
We want to make stories that not only reach you,
but also reach people outside the Ultimate community.
Like and subscribe, ULTI.TV, the best in the world.
Become a member and
and
fund
our
our
work
work.
to cover more events in the future and to bring more stories and live coverage to the eyes of the ultimate world and beyond.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, Ultimate.
ULTI.TV.